The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Milan against Arsenal.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
He does stand out, Jim, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's a colossal presence who seems to thrive the tougher the job gets. His level of commitment is an inspiration for everyone to follow.
Goes for the shot!
Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Oh, easy pickings there. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Chance for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, good ball! Bellingham. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Spread it left. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a threat. Shapes to shoot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he's gone looking for safety. Milan are looking to go forward now. That's a throw. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Still goalless at the moment. Xavi Alonso is the team's great visionary. Bellingham. McAllister. And it's Olmo. Bellingham. And they can counter here. And this is Torres. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And they've got rid. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Torres. Dani Olmo looking to get on the end of this. Oh, he's been flattened there. Oh, he's been caught napping. That's a cute ball. Adams makes the interception.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
He's found a way through. Back into the middle.
There will be 1 minute added time.
McAllister. And it's Neymar. And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Just
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
For your safety. Substitutions taking place.
So, off we go once more.
Arsenal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Oh, it's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. It's a good ball out wide. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, good take in a good area. Can he finish? That's going to go a long way. And reclaimed it in a trice. Bellingham. Oh, that is a good... And he's had a hit! 60 minutes played.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Aimed beyond the defence. Rijkaard with the clearance. And back to the keeper they go. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. McAllister. Looking for the run. That looks a good ball through.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
And it's Bellingham. Now it's Stoichkov. Dink through. Now and the shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Now it's Torres. He's in a great position here. Shot could be on. He's having a shot!
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
He's had a shot in for the pieces! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Oh, shooting chance! Decent enough try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
We expected better, and so did he.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Substitution.
Arsenal can make their change now with a break in play. Adams.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball.
Minutes has been
He's in
indicated.
plenty of space here. It's a promising position. He has found a way through. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Arsenal, with the clock ticking away, have a chance to change the whole picture. Now, power or placement? save from De Gea! And that was the final act of the game, a nearly game until the very end. And it finishes 0-0. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Arsenal.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that neither of us are going to present a serious challenge in trying to outrun Mickey van de Ven. This Dutchman is unusually fast for a defender, particularly the fact is he's 6'4". So I'm just concerned about his hamstrings. I know
And he's had a hit! Oh, he's been caught on it here! Bellingham is flagged offside. And here's Torres, and he's managed to get free, and Torres!
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space. And he's there to belt it away. And the keeper's got it again. Rijkaard did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That's really well cleared. Now it's Berbatov. And the pass is intercepted. He is through here. Barcelona have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Rijkaard is there, and he can get that clear. And it's Tonali. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that looks a decent ball. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Good steal, he just read it. That's a cute ball. Well, that has not gone well. Bellingham. To McAllister. Passes short and sharp. Kimmich. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Bellingham. Now it's Torres.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
McAllister. And here's Torres. Tonali. Berbatov. That has been cut short.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Torres. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Today that parking in the area
How would you review the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. He's going for goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Great ball, and he's in here. That's Szymanski. And here's Torres. Arsenal come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Right card. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That'll be a throw-in.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 17, Batistuta. Number 18, Berbatov. Coming on
So
the
we've
field,
reached the hour mark.
Number 7.
This looks
Owen.
promising.
Number
He's
20,
burst Stoichkov!
Substitutions taking place.
No shortage of confidence there.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Now somewhat off target. It's Fernando Torres. Caicedo spots it and intercepts. Szymanski. And here's Owen. It is a corner. This is their second corner of the game. Kimmich with the short one. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. He's shifting through the gears here. Van de Ven gets it away. Now it's Stoichkov.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's there to retrieve it. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, easy pickings there.
Don't you just love the level of intent?
And Park Ji-sung! Oh, split-second reaction.
Park Ji-sung actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Barcelona have the chance to go the other way.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 8. Coming on
So,
to
time for
replace him
changes
is
on both
number
sides, actually.
11, Raul.
Substitution in progress.
Arsenal are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Van der Ven clears. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Mosquera kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Arsenal couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Tries to pass it through. And the shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that's got to be it! That has got to be it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Barcelona take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Pinches it off him. And time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic once he comes inside. Anything is possible.
He's having a go! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's good running with the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the finish! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Osimhen really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
He's gone direct here. Stood up well to him there. Neither side yet able to find the net. Osimhen. Quality ball. And here's Osimhen! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Priol.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Baresi spots it and intercepts. Baresi gets it away. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. Rijkaard. Mikel Oyarzabal. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And he's intervened well there. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Cleared without complication. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Rijkaard cuts it out. Bellingham. And we hit half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
And now,
so, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Birthday boy, a very special birthday.
Here we go again.
Substitution.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
DiMarco. Passing is crisp and sharp. Arsenal come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Decent chance! Superb goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Arsenal have penetrated for the first time.
And talk about the perfect time to...
And he shoots! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming at...
Shapes to shoot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, this looks sharp. Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. Oh, good ball! It's Azar! Azar! He is just a joy! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy!
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
He's a sharp little ball here. There's the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence. Hazard really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Well, no joy this time. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Lexington clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. Arsenal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And here's Torres.
4 added minutes has been
Nicely
indicated.
intercepted. Now it's Hazard.
That's good play from him.
Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
That's that, the end. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty...
And he shoots! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough already. He's had a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That's a decent clearance. And it's Neymar. Neymar! And yet another chance goes to waste.
Arsenal really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Bellingham. Now it's Torres.
That was lovely, that.
Bellingham. Iwobi looking to penetrate opposition lines. Iwobi, good driving run. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He steps in, and that's the end of that. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Has a shot! Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's having a good look here, looking to widen the gap even further here. Neymar! Brilliant save from Donnarumma! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
It's their second corner of the game. And he thumps it clear. And it's McAllister. Nakata. Kawasaki Frontale are looking to go forward now. Neymar. Arsenal finding their passes. Now it's Mbappe. And the counter is on. That is good alertness. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Best. And it's Rooney. And that could set him on his way. He's come in hard. That's going to go a long way. Iwobi. Bellingham. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Neymar. Now it's Torres. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
And a quick announcement for the benefit
What do you
of
think we're
anybody
up
who has
to
found
after
himself
45
a little
minutes?
lost today.
I think it's a
Please
case
look
of
at the
so
screen
far,
for
so
information
good.
on how to find
The
your
boss
way
has clearly
around
done
this
his
stadium.
homework, and I don't think
Substitution
he
on the
needs to
field.
change much
Number
during the break.
17,
Now they've got the lead,
Iwobi.
they can expect
Coming
more of
on
the
to
same in the
replace
second
him
half.
is number 10,
Arsenal leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution in progress.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Shoots! They've scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Best. Oh, that's fabulous. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now, can they get him away? So we've reached the hour mark. Bellingham. Now it's Stoichkov, and he's surging through. And it's Rooney. It's a promising run he's making on the right. And he's had it nicked away. And now they can clear their lines. It's not an especially good pass, that. And he's found a way past. And no, that was never going to make it. Arsenal are, of course, in a position to go to the... It's Neymar! Neymar! This boy is showbiz! A finish right from the top draw! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And yes, it's him again. A case now of complete control. Bellingham. McAllister. Well, that looks a decent ball. Zanetti. Neymar is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Nakata, Mbappe. Nakata with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here. Rijkaard. Best. Chance here to counter.
Been indicated.
Rooney. Best. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Picked out brilliantly. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Arsenal really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos, I can make an exception.
He's not a defender at all, is he? He's a winger more than that.
Exactly, the Brazilian Express, up and down the line all the time, and a taker of audacious free kicks.
Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And it's Koundé. Aberdeen looking to pass their way through.
Bruno Fernandes really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's pictured, surely! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And this is Torres, pinches it off him. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this, plenty of really... And the shot! Arsenal are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that has been clubbed away. Now it's Torres, looking to play him in. He's in it, shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style! A fine way to mark his 50th game in these colours. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Now it's Torres. Oh, that's clever. Roberto Carlos. João Neves. And it's Del Piero. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. White kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And this is Neymar. He's found a way through. There's the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
2 added minutes
Arsenal
has been
find a
indicated.
position of real strength now. And here's Bellingham, and this is Torres. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Substitution for
Arsenal 3-0 up at the break,
14.
precisely as
Coming
they
on
would
the
have dreamt
field
it.
is number 20.
If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Taking place.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Batistuta. Arsenal do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
That looks a good ball through. That is a brilliant interception. And here's Kvaratskhelia. He's shifting through. And the finish! It's in! So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Aberdeen give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Rijkaard attempts a clearance. Just about up to the hour now. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Neymar is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Knocks it out wide. And it's hoisted clear. Arsenal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And here's Stoichkov. It's Neymar! Now, who's going to be first to this? Rijkaard. And the pass is intercepted. Neymar, foot in. Batistuta.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
75 minutes played. Out towards the flank. And this is Del Piero.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bellingham. McAllister. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. Batistuta. Koundé. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Stoichkov. He has a look out.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Bellingham! Bellingham! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Now it's Torres.
Can
he get on the end of this? Just the goalkeeper to beat. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that will be it. Arsenal are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody,
stadium,
and
and the
welcome
players
to
on the
today's
pitch are
match.
raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Oliver Kahn, a huge man with a huge presence and a big voice in the game.
And big in intensity too.
Shoots! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Can he get on the end of this? And he's gone looking for safety. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, that's well spotted. Neymar. McAllister. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nicely aimed pass. Bellingham has it in a wide position. He's shifting through the... Bellingham! And it's White. White is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Tries to pass it through. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Arsenal finding their passes. And here's Torres. Rijkaard cuts it out, and he thumps it clear. That's a sharp pass.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Bojan.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course the...
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Olise! Well, now it's a race for the ball. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now it's Bellingham. An uncompromising challenge. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And here's Torres. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, good-looking ball. Lobbed in behind. Tries to play it through. And the pass is intercepted. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
For a special presentation featuring our guest performers today.
Substitution on the field. Number 25, Vinicius Junior.
Here we go again then.
Coming on to replace him is...
Well, I can imagine
number
both
21,
managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
He is through here. Bullish header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And he's on his way! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Defending of the desperate variety. Big chance! And now they can spring out of defence. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now the ball's gone astray. Now it's Stoichkov. And the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Bojan. Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, no joy this time. Keeper's got good distance on that. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Bojan Kurkic gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, played right into his path. Howson did well to stay calm there. Corner number 2 then. He rises! No mistake! And that could well be the winner!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and read it perfectly.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Substitution on the field. Number 27, Bayern.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Can he get onto this? It's a promising position. Chance, surely! Oh, taken with style! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Now it's Torres. He's got away. And he's cut it out. Fernando Torres is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Nice looking ball. This looks promising.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
Well, the opening goal did come from a corner. Now then,
7.
punched away. Rijkaard. Driving on and making good progress. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And time is up. Arsenal are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and they're... So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. The ball has bounced loose now. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Neymar, oh that's fabulous. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Hazard has it out wide and in space. Adams getting this one clear. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days.
Neymar! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Up he goes! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
A heavy challenge. No goals as yet. And here's Azar. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Batistuta. And it's Batistuta. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Real chance! Oh, super goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Madrid have penetrated for the first chance for a shot! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style. Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Arsenal get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
That ball looks a good one. He's found a way through. He's having a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Arsenal have their second corner now. Well, there's the clearance. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. That is a great pick out. Can he finish? It's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certain... And there is the half-time whistle.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who has found themselves a little lost today. Please look at the screen for information on how to find your way around this stadium.
Substitutions taking place.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And Torres! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Fernando Torres really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Arsenal come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Stoichkov. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Arsenal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Batistuta. He's had it taken off him.
Substitution on the field. Number 8.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely there. Certainly not as big as those trying to stop them.
Coming on the field, number 24, Messi. Number 9,
A header!
number 10,
Just off target.
Substitution.
Fernando Torres certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
He's only too happy to take that back. Driving on and making good progress. Very nicely done. Neymar! It's loose now and they want to get it back. It's their second corner of the game. That's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Caceres cuts it out. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And this is Stoichkov. Park Ji-sung engages and forces him off the ball. It's a pretty loose pass. It's Park Ji-sung, and he's well positioned here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Adams gets over and intercepts. Messi. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Looking for options for movement. And this is Neymar. He's got away. Messi. Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. He is through here. Now it's Neymar.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Nicely weighted ball. Now there's a fine ball. That is a crunching tackle. And that's it. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today.